Oh, no, hold on.
No one would ever do that.
Yeah.
She's a horrible cook.
I thought about it.
Oh, yes, I think she did. But she's in the restaurant.
I'm sorry to interrupt, as I often do. Hi, Rainbow. We got you on there. You called, right? Okay, so we got you on there. You and Drift. Are you going to do something together with Drift? Okay, all right. Oh, okay, so but it's you. All right. So we're back. I had my head chopped off on that thing. So we're going to start. Let me get the open mic list going, and I'll read the first set of people.
I'm sorry, I just had a flash of this little dance you're doing.
All right. Now, yes, ladies and gentlemen. Let me just see who's here. Where did that microphone go?
All the best people are here.
All the best people are here. You know what I need to do? Oh. It's still happening as far as I know, but I don't know. I haven't been to it in such a long time.
There are rumors out there.
Oh, there is? Rumors. All right.
I'm sure she has a really hard time.
Magnum Force.
Magnum Force.
Alistair Crowley.
Woo!
Here. Loggins and Messina.
Oh, man.
They came outside to smoke a joint.
Cheech.
All right.
No, Chong's couldn't make it.
No, he's not here.
Not here. Dave's not here. All right, so those people who, fictitious as they are, might not be here. Oh, I wanted to ask you to spell that person's name right, the poem that you read.
You got it.
Really?
2 L's.
Okay. 2 L's? Okay, see, I didn't know. A-R-N-E-T.
Yeah.
All right. Because otherwise I'd be spelling it wrong. I wouldn't. All right, so the esteemed Hal Robbins will be coming up to break us out of our funk and wagnalls. Kindly have him step forward. Now, although he did do the keynote poet always comes back to the open to do what they please, as they please, while they please, if they please. Yes, that's my job. I must behave himself.
Actually, Nancy inspired this selection on my part. And if we're still following the idea of freedom, this would be about the freedom if the material on the gross level manages to get to or escape to the spiritual. My text is from T.S. Eliot. The broad-backed hippopotamus rests on his belly in the mud. Although he seems so firm to us, he is merely flesh and blood. Flesh and blood is weak and frail, susceptible to nervous shock, while the true church can never fail, for it is based upon a rock. The hippo's feeble steps may err, encompassing material ends, while the true church need never stir to gather in its dividends. The potamus can never reach the mango on the mango tree, yet fruits of pomegranate and peach refresh the church from oversea. At meeting time, the hippo's voice assumes inflections hoarse and odd. Yet every week we here rejoice the church at being one with God. The hippopotamus's day is passed in sleep. At night he hunts. God moves in a mysterious way. The church can feed and sleep at once. I saw the potamus take wing, ascending from the damp savannas, while choiring angels round him sing the praise of God in loud hosannas. Blood of the Lamb shall wash him clean. Him shall the heavenly arms unfold. Among the saints he shall be seen, performing on a harp of gold. He shall be washed as white as snow by all the martyred virgins kissed, while the true church remains below, wrapped in the old miasmal mist. Thanks.
Oh, there's your. That's a good one on the back of that.
I wrote a book about
Oh, I put it in for next week. Oh, okay. I got that. All right, thank you. That was the esteemed Hal Robbins. And now, a little bit of a special presentation by our the person who has the last word, Clara Sue. She's going to make a little special presentation here. If she would kindly come forward. And would you kindly give her a round of applause, please?
I know I'm the last word, but
She has the last word, but she's...
I want to make a little advertisement. Tomorrow night at the Chinese Culture Center in Chinatown, they're welcoming a poet from China. His name is Yu Xingjiao, and I think in the 1990s, he wanted to start a literary renaissance in China, and was put to jail for 8 years.
Oh.
So now I really don't know what his circumstances now, but he is here, and he will be doing a reading from 5:30 to 7 tomorrow evening. And they invited me to read the translation of his poems. So I'd like to share with you one of the poems that I translated.
Is he been the Misty School, what they used to call the Misty School?
I don't know.
Okay, it was a famous school of poets.
In China?
Then. Yeah, and one of them went to jail. I read a bunch of their poetry.
I don't know. I will find out
Okay,
tomorrow. I know very
sorry to
little about
interrupt,
it.
but I just really
It's
caught my
okay.
attention.
So anyway, I have the
Yeah,
flyers here.
maybe very, very famous guy in China.
So here are the flyers regarding that.
Okay.
Sorry.
So this
Sorry.
poem is titled Blessing. I shall soon walk on lightning. I am not a man. In this world, even death has no place for me. I shall see the heavenly gold mine and the laborers' bamboo rods. See your tears twinkled smile. That hand holding hand running, that other hand. That forest rushing to the edge of sky, that other forest. I must follow this forest and rush toward the edge of sky, thinking about dance halls, schoolyards, and vegetable markets, soldiers and actors in their different appearances, in the streets and alleys, and in front of the incline of 2 front doors. Except for this heart, I can't possibly come up with another identification. I arrive in heaven. This heart is useful only to you. In this evening, on this imaginary bench, you snuggle next to me, not allowing this heart to go on trembling. Let my tears pound, wetting your long sleeves. You already know, I am not a man. In this world, even death has no place for me. But upon the earth, I must give blessings. Today, I leave behind a few poems. The forest that I planted, you will also keep it. Those beautiful and good things, pray don't all go with me. You keep them, let them flourish in the city, not refusing anyone's dependency. You, red flowers and green leaves, thrive continuously in the city. when you are swaying in a strong wind, plead with the city's high rises. Do not sway with the wind. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Clara Sue, who will be back as our clincher, closer, super duper last word bulldozer. Thank you. All right. Now we have the mystical and ever-present mindfulness of Karen Huff, who shall present to us the present in a way that makes us feel the presence of the present presently.
Is that past tense?
It's a subjunctive, alternate subjunctive, subjective,
And did you
subjunctive.
have a dangling parasol?
Thank you. She knows. She's a teacher. Don't mess with this girl. Nice hat, by the way.
Thank you. So, I would assume that most of you have been to the Academy of Science at one time or another. You see the very seldom used observatory that opens onto the green roof. And I'm just thinking about that. I've kind of been doing some city snapshots and blurs. It's called Trespassing in Andromeda. I know the telescopes are closed. I cannot pry their eyelids open, study the Horsehead Nebula, and that promising new planet around Alpha Centauri that exists or was invented because NASA needed money. All the fine astronomers have gone home to their lovers. The night guard will not let me in. They do not want me playing with their toys. But if they ask what I am doing with a picnic basket and a bottle of Duckhorn Pinot Noir, toasting the poets of unknown galaxies from the top of their dome, tell them, please, I merely came to pet Schrodinger's cat. Accidental serenades. Ryan's guitar strings gently vibrate my floorboards. Same riff. Repeat, repeat, repeat. Clue notes tickle my ear like a feather of memory. Wait, I know that. Sweet melancholy musings. Red Hot Chili Peppers. Under the bridge. I am cradled in quiet joy. 3 years he's lived downstairs, practicing guitar, harmonica, drums. This day, a day like no other, he finally played something I like.
I have been there.
The man on the elm. Thighs still muscular, strain against tights, made of American flags, that match his shirt and scarf, but not the Russian hat. Though giant dialed rhinestone watches on each wrist seem right. Nappy hair and beard going white against cappuccino skin. He is older than I, or higher mileage. Couple of front teeth missing, but a welcoming smile remembered from every campfire since the ice retreated. He must have a million stories, but how do you ask a stranger on the train to tell you one? He releases his chair, wheels away at Castro Station. He must be a writer, I think. That is why there is a pen stuck conveniently in the flap of his Russian hat. Why we recognized each other.
Nice. Karen Huff, ladies and gentlemen. And now, without any further ado, we have, I'm going to read the next 3 or 4 readers in a row because people don't know who they are, where they are, or something like that. Thank you. We have Cesar coming up next, then Mr. Erendreich, Al Nightingale, E.K., Bill Vartnow, Rainbow, James Conrad, before Clarissa, the super duper bulldozer, closer, clincher.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Got a couple events to talk about. First one is Floricanto Literary Festival, which is going to take place in and around 24th Street on Friday, May 20th and Saturday, May 21st. Involves many wonderful poets, including our very own Kim Shuck, who's going to be sharing the stage in an event. Don't yet quite have the title for it. I think we'll call it Voices from the Tower, Neely, Nellie, and Kim. That's right, you heard it. Neely Charkovsky, Nellie Wong, and Kim Shuck, all on the same card. So,
talking about hot stuff.
All kinds of other great readings are going to be happening that evening and the next Saturday. Also, new event, got this organized just yesterday on June 3rd at Alleycat Books. I'm going to have a night of Ukrainian poets and music. So if you know, first of all, show of hands, are there any Ukrainians in the house? Kind of a...
Well, if you go back far enough, I have stuff.
All right, okay, we've got 3. Okay.
2.5, maybe 2.5.
Hey, 4, okay. All right. Well, yeah, it's just... Yeah, this is a culture, this is something that just is underrepresented, and we're going to put them on the map. Okay, not that it is the largest country in Europe, but so it is on the map, but okay, we're going to put them on the cultural map here in San Francisco.
There you go.
Don't yet have a title for the event, but maybe putting Ukraine on the local map. Well, no, it doesn't quite have a good ring. I'll think of something, or I'll get a suggestion.
Rains from the Ukraines. No, that doesn't sound good. What do you expect of a moment's notice?
That's not my style. Okay, well, those are my events. I've got a few poems I want to read from my book that's going to come out kind of soon, but not sure when. Okay, wingless flight. First your cousins were deported, then the house next door caught fire. Now the police come in the night. Gather all the keys you never turned in. Place them on one ring. Do not let them jangle. Go quietly. Go quickly. Remember what's buried in the courtyard. Tell your son. Tell him to tell his son. Las Avenidas. I'm here again, walking at midnight, alone on the streets of a foreign city. This deep night returns, her lamps the colors of chili peppers, amber, red, and green. Each street pulses like a musical string, each corner a fret on life's guitar. I've never walked this street before. I've walked these streets forever. Blades. Barbed wire fences wrenched from my subdivided heart. My torso is as open as the Great Plains. A terror of buffaloes tramples across my prairie. All my thorny grasses stampeded into dust. I grow soft hairs that bend before tornadoes, locks that invite the herds to graze. Keys. The welcome mat thatched from native grass, a comfort to my feet, scarred by burning sands. No one answers the door, but I have keys. I touch the fireplace. I find the courtyard. The keys on this ring are not my father's. The keys on this ring I forged myself. The metal of my heart, hammered by falls, chiseled by loss, polished by storms. Birthright. My bowl cannot hold with melted gold, peaches happy as summer baths, pears that take you to a lover's robe, plums thick and deep and sweet, the fur of God. I am so full I cannot eat another. I give them to friends, I give them to neighbors. I line their baskets, I fill their bowls.
This is our love. Remember the events if you didn't get the specifics. If you did not get the specifics on the events, please see him after the break or at a convenient time. And now, Mr. David Erdreich is up here holding forth. And I heard him tootle around a bit, so we got some music coming on around here.
I'll leave it at there.
Yeah, there we go.
Berkeley Broadway Singers, of which I've been a part for 15 years, are performing this Saturday at 7, Sunday at 4, Universal Unitarian Church, which is at the top of the Arlington. You know, if you're not an East Bay person, you don't know what the hell I'm talking about. In El Cerrito, so I'll be singing there with the group and also with a quartet, so you're invited. So I'm going to do one poem and then I'll improvise on the sax, and when I improvise, when I have 30 seconds left, you're going to make a... So I know I'm coming to the end.
Okay.
So you have a choice. I can either do a grandson poem, a bird poem, a music poem, or a stream of conch. What do you want?
Stream of conch.
Music? Music, okay.
All right. What about the one about plaid?
One about what?
Plaid.
Plaid?
Only just ignore me, please.
I haven't done that one yet.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you're invading my sensorium. Okay, music.
I'm so
Where are
sorry.
you? Music. Oh. A benefit of playing a musical instrument is that you get in touch with your heart. Breath gets extended, rhythmic, sinuous. Playing simultaneously with another, or many, resembles love without sex. Hearts align, voices harmonize, blend, connecting like birds in flight, fish in schools. In the tenor section, women's low voices overlap men's high voices. When the tenor section is strong, you can be sure the altos have muscle. Weave their power with blasting, cooing sopranos, and the basses carve the rock.
Nice. Nice. He read my mind. He read my mind. My sensorium is overloaded. All right, we have Al Nightingale, then EK, then Bill, then Rainbow, then James, then Claire. So, Al, come on up here, please, if you'd be so kind. Oh, you're right. He's right next to me. I was like, where did that guy go?
This last poem of my book named Knights of the Round Table. Okay, I will read others. I will read sonnets which I didn't last time. The darkness was without candles grows. Witness and a torn tale of this watcher. I crossed the field where red-haired soldiers eagerly Carlsenariadnas host press north of living stones and as it shining in Bailey's hernias under the bullets burst. No grumbling in the fire and in Christ they waited to be bored with a shovel and catching fellow creatures by the flaps grow children's names that from the step afar like stirrup under the glow's blasts. These nicknames worthy for bazaars will be entwined in bards of cornfields. Thus, decay, myths, and hard labor will be fast. Decay, myths, and hard labors will be fast. But our souls and mind are still not flamed in the expanse of the subservient legend, in fires where Assyrian was cast. Invincible giants will conclude the wars with cyclops on the globe, revealing that all equality was the typhoid fever, that tears of vessels were both, not laying them in rest as sea dogs, but throwing overboard from our decks, which lost the edges in the storming dark. Are we today indeed in North Ark? Wherefore everyone who plugged in past, crosses of mast are empty like a blast. Crosses of mast are empty like a blast. Which wash us now, these figures of the trouble, cracking the window in the garden's rascal, My darling didn't see a single apple in her eyes. Night feelings overturns the sea lights that's magnetic for a tide. A fingerboard of the black wine burns like ventriloquism from the inside. The promised stones are there, moist and hot, next to the pumpkin in the temple bot, and fairy tales of gold shrimps, not to mention. Thus our room, like bathyscaphe, is nice and we are saved. I am laughing in a vice. We are saving ships commit self-immolation.
Thank you. All right, that's Al Nightingale now. The demure, genteel.
All right.
E.K. Keith, giving her a round of applause up here. Is it okay to have said demure and genteel?
Why, thank you, Dan. That is mighty kind.
Mighty kind, she says. I like that.
All right. Well, I'll attempt demure and genteel for Dan. Because I did have a couple of glasses of wine. Thank you, Sacred Grounds, for having wine. This is my 22nd poetry event of April. Yes, that's right. Yeah.
You're drunk on it now.
Yes, I have been inspired. And it's been pretty cool, y'all. So I'm doing this thing over at City Hall tomorrow. And this is the poster, which I know you've all been waiting for. This is like the grand unveiling of the poster.
It is now naked. You hold it still. I'll zoom in.
No, I'm doing it, Dan.
Yeah, you got it. You got it. And I go up a little bit. There you go. There you go.
People of the internet. There
People
you go.
that-
Oh yeah.
All you internet people. April 28, 2016.
It's like an internet centerfold.
Woohoo!
It's the muse looking imperiously on City Hall. Anyways, this is tomorrow. I've been around to like a whole slew of poetry open mics, and I have so many new voices coming to City Hall tomorrow. So y'all should make it out. And probably because we have a great gathering of people representing at City Hall tomorrow. We have Richard Sanderell over there who's going to be representing Sacred Grounds. Give him a little round of applause.
Yes, he's the man.
We have Kim Sheck right here who's going to be representing the bookstore. Owen Dunkel, what are you representing? You won a lottery somewhere.
He's the Saturday series here.
Oh.
He is actually.
Yeah, it's Poet Speakeasy.
The Speakeasy.
So Owen's going to be representing the Poet Speakeasy. And then, of course, we have Justice Morgan, who's our Poet of the People this year, which is a big deal when we don't have a Poet Laureate to show up. Because for some reason...
Well, that's a good choice then.
Yeah, check it out. This is super funny. Like, nobody, asked me or anyone else, I guess. But, like, so the cycle for the Poet Laureate gig is, like, 18 months. So there's always this span of time that always crosses April when we don't have a Poet Laureate for National Poetry Month. So we got a Poet of the People.
Poet of the People.
This year. So come out, put your name in the big green leprechaun hat at the back of the room. Just write your name on a piece of paper. We pull all the rest of the reading slots out. It's going to be super fun. Dan, who is trustworthy, as you know, is monitoring the lucky green hat.
Yes.
So you can have
Nobody's going to come and put 20 tickets in the hat.
This is also an all ages event. So if you know any poets of any age, young or mature, like make sure to bring them and tell them to show up because it's free.
biggest poetry event
And also, there's at 4:30. There is a reception in Supervisor Avalos' office on the second floor of City Hall. So show up for that because there's going to be, I don't know, last year there was like some tea and some cucumber water and somebody brought some cookies. I know, like it's a really nice spread. It's for the demure and the genteel.
Yes, demure and genteel.
So I think it's really cool that freedom is the theme tonight. I've been writing a poem a day for National Poetry Month because that helps me, you know, handle my stress when I go to like 22 poetry readings in 1 month. And you know, I don't really go out the rest of the year, y'all. It's kind of funny. I don't know how that works out. So this poem, I don't know when I wrote this. It was sometime this month. And it took, like, it went over a few days. And then I revised because I do that. I know. It's called Inevitable Recidivism. America reaches for delusional bootstraps that slap back like a belt whipping people of minimum wage. America believes it's criminal to be crazy in the land of the free samples and home of the brave soldiers who trade their sanity for false promises of the future in the poverty draft.
Yes.
America won't hire veterans or felons, not even if you've served your time.
Yes.
Mass incarceration is a culture of alienation, and America's self-hatred is inevitable recidivism. For all the problems that she's caused them, America blames her children, and she solves them, like a vicious mother who eats her young. And that's my poem.
We like happy poems.
Happy to be here this evening. You know, I've been thinking about a lot of kind of heavy things this month, because, you know, poetry is always so light.
Light and fresh and easy and da-da-da-dee-dee.
So show up tomorrow. Write poems for the dome. Put your
I'm gonna be
name in
there.
the hat.
I'm gonna be there.
Name that. Anyway, this has been lovely. Oh, Clara Sue. Our hearts will be together as we create opportunities for joyful expression.
Oh, hey.
Yeah. Thank you, EKT, ladies and gentlemen.
High five, Dan.
Boom. Bull Vartnock, come on up here. Then we got Rainbow, James, and Clara coming back at the end for our closer. We're getting kind of close, but I think everybody will be happy. We're good. We're moving along. We're zooming. We're human, presuming to be human, and so forth. You're on.
Okay. The freedom of memory. And also it's the latest thing I've written, so I don't know. Anyway, my first room. I remember my first room. The walls were knotty pine. I don't remember how long it took me to change the eyes looking at me in the dark like ghosts to those eyes looking out for me. I was 3. I remember we moved into the new house when I was 4. This first house, not too far from the new house, closer to the quarry, which we called the rock crusher. I remember I was playing with plastic soldiers. It starts early. Under the window in my first room that faced the rock crusher, there was a boom. And it seemed it took a while. I could feel the air around me expand. I was aware something else would happen. It seemed familiar, though I did not react. The window shattered. The glass that let the sun shine in, which demarcated inside and outside, flying all over my first room. Then my mother was at the door. I remember I had never seen her eyes look like that. Are you all right? Are you all right? I was excited. I didn't know how I knew it would happen. My mother picked me up. It's a miracle. I remember that was the first time I knew I would never forget.
Nice. Bill Barton. All right, Mr. Rainbow, come on up. Then we got James and Claire as our clincher closer, super duper bulldozer. And then we'll take care of these fabulous prizes designed with your minds in mind.
Hey, Rainbow.
Hello.
All right, give them a nice round, warm up kid.
This is a new poem called Out of the Egg. Out of the egg I rolled, and was immediately told to unfold, lest I not come into bloom among the doom and the gloom, but rise above it, and let the infinite shine through the finite. I surrendered to the infinite. I was nothing, and yet somehow plugged into everything, like a raindrop in the ocean. Oh, Mother Ocean, carry me home. I'll ride upon the vibration of Om. I am pure consciousness within the superconsciousness. I was so happy to be on the team. My eyes were beaming a gleam. Now Mother, Father, God, much more than I could ever hope to grasp, approached me one morning, when for the life of me I was still yawning. A gentle, womanly voice tenderly spoke from some place deep inside my heart. My love could not bear to part. Always there remains the bigger picture. I had no intentions of ditching her. I love you, she told me, and once more quietly slipped away. What else has she needed to say? I just wanted to do all that I can, be the faithful friend to the end. All that I could, I already lived in the neighborhood, and for me more clearly do I begin to see heaven is inside of me. My love, spoke the infinite Mother, Father, God, ever so softly, is totally real, and is something for you that which is true must be revealed, and the treasure of true love can no longer remain concealed. Ever I remain at your service. Please use me however you wish. As a guest in your house, I'll be overjoyed to sleep on the couch. Take my head for a spin. Keep me filled in on the journey that lies within. Whatever I am, I am. Knowledge is a gift I must further learn to expand. The creator of the universe to my ears converse sweet murmurings of love, and as wise as a serpent and gentle as a dove. I heard a voice coming neither from west nor east, not from above nor down below. I felt a strong urge to grow, understand and know. We reap what we sow, and then we gotta go. Thank you.
Rainbow. Thank you. All right, James Conrad, before our final poet, Clara Sue, coming back for the open. James, how are you?
I'm doing well. How about yourself?
I am pretty darn good if I don't say. Actually, I do say, so. I'll watch out for that mic slipping around on you there.
Just want to make sure this reaches. There, I think that should be good.
Oh, wait, unplugged. Plug the plug back into it. May have gotten. There you go. Now give it a moment and.
Check one. Oh, hey, yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Cool.
So, yeah, no,
Nice and crisp.
Yeah.
Hi, folks. My name is James Conrad. I usually come here on Thursdays to read from my novel, Zordo Cleans House. but today, just kind of for the hell of it. I wrote this piece that I'm going to be reading in a couple of seconds. I wrote this about 5 days ago, kind of ad hoc, on the way to a taping at Bayback. They're doing some open mic. Drift, who frequently plays bass behind Rainbow and his songs, and this other cat, Bloodflower, who sat into them as well. Hey, we're gonna go over to the Bayback thing and jam, and like, hey, you should write something and come join us. So I did. Just a short piece called "The Rookie." I saw her in the plaza near Market at the south end of the Tenderloin. Long, dark brown, curly hair, definitely not yet 18. Her face was unseen, her skin still young, despite the wound on her leg from a recent dinner she had. A winner and loser in the war on drugs, she sits with her fellow soldiers and plays with her weapon, taking the plunger out of the barrel, putting it back, sliding it up and down as she waits for the next chance to keep the bad memories, pain, and sickness away. No doubt it's just wrong, but what's the point of judging her? If she hadn't been so neglected, underserved, betrayed by the people she needed, maybe she wouldn't feel the desire to poke holes in herself, to let the so-called angels into her blood and sacrifice her beauty, innocence, health, joy, self-respect, life, for the warm hug that comes when the soothing brown broth enters her vein and circulates through her body. Thank you.
Thank you, Conrad. James Conrad. And now for the super duper clincher, the last word. Clara, Sue, with the last word. Give her a nice round. Then we'll take care of these prizes. We'll have a good time. My folks will call your folks, and your folks will call my folks. All of them folks will call all of your folks.
His folks.
You're on.
Folks.
The certains rule the uncertains. The uncertains are certain of their uncertainty, but not so certain that they are completely uncertain. The certains manipulate the uncertains into thinking that they have freedom. Certainly, all the certains have to do is to make the uncertain feel certain about their position and leave the uncertainty to whatever the certains oppose. Thank you.
Thank you. All right. That's certainly wonderful. So I'm going to introduce I'm going to introduce the prizes just one more time, very quickly. How to write a mystery, in case that's a mystery to you. Now you'll know.
Woohoo!
I'll look at my poetry, so and I will sign it.
Yeah.
Anderson Marsh State Historical Park. It's all about that place. And the historical book of the day.
I want it.
I like reading this thing in here. It says, A Vindication of the Rights of Women by Mary Wollstonecraft, with an introduction by Elizabeth Robbins Pinnell. And this was printed in London by Walter Scott, 24 Warwick Lane, Paternoster Row, strangely, and has it embossed. And if you don't like those, you can choose to do the last word, or the mini feature, the keynote, or choose the theme. So I'm going to sit over there while I'm invisible. And will you kindly cut these cards just once, please? Oh, the drum roll is already started. I appreciate that. Thank you so much, everybody. I'm as happy as you are. Well, at least I hope I am. What? Huh? All right. Thank you. Never gamble with that, man. All right. A drum roll, please, to get this thing under the way here. La, la, la. Okay, we have Mr. Owen Dunkel as our first winner of the evening. Mr. Owen Dunkel. Come forward, choose your paisan. Pick your paisan. You have any one of these four, any of the solid books on display?
I'll take this.
He's taking me. I gotta put his name in here. Owen. Thanks for everything. There you go. I'm out there now, you know, in the whole network. Mr. Al Nightingale, I think he left. Darn it. Dad gummit. Dad gummit all to blazes. Bill Vartnaw.
Are you serious?
Ding, 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 ding. Bill Vartnaw. If no one has said you're kind, I will say you're kind. However, if they ask me kind of what, I'll have to.
I owe you my firstborn.
There you go. Woohoo! That's a great book, by the way. And another drum roll, please, as we roll through the things here. Number David Erdreich, who also passed. Did he just? He exited. Yeah, I did see him go. 9. Nancy Wakeman, who patiently waits here with you. You are a winner, my dear. Come forward and decide what you might like for us to give you in the due course. The $1 million lottery ticket, however, has been taken. It's inside the Wollenstone crap. So yeah, either of these 2 books, or you can, if you wanted to come, you can choose our next week's theme, or these mean you would have to come next week to do any of those, if you wanted to. So this is like you come up and read somebody else's poem. This means you get an 8-minute slot, or the last word, or whichever. But you don't have to choose anything. You're free to decide what you choose.
I'll take this.
There we go. Thank you so much. Drum roll. EK Keys, come on up here.
All right.
I'm sorry.
Write a mystery.
So you have either one of these, where you can choose our theme. These mean you have to come back next week to do it, or you can take that book.
Well,
I don't know if you like writing.
That seems so
Yeah, I know.
many rules.
Rules.
Who likes rules? I don't like rules.
Let's see. Next week? What day of the week is next week? Wednesday?
Wednesday. What day of the week is next week? Yes.
That's good.
Well, I can come next week.
Now then you could do either, this is an 8-minute after the feature, this is the first thing that's up, you read somebody else's poem, or this is the very last thing.
Second tone.
Yeah. So, but you get to do the open as well with that one.
And I want to be the last word.
Okay, so I'm going to put you here. EK.
Woo!
She is the last word next time. Okay.
Come back out. That's right.
Louis, are you here? Is Louis here? No, he's not here. Is Rainbow here?
Yes,
Rainbow's here. All right. So, fortunately or unfortunately, depending, we have this book or either of these 3 things: choosing the theme, showing up first and reading somebody else's poem, or an 8-minute slot near the after.
Oh my God! Or how about one of these?
Well, you can take this. You can take this or that. Those aren't prizes. You can just take.
Okay. All right. Thanks.
All right. Okie dokie. Cesar's not here.
That's very nice.
And then I do
Justice, did you take? You want to do either one of these 3 things? Yes, want this? Okay, that's what we have that's left. I'm just asking. Okay, you said.
Are you kidding? I can't double dip.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, I got
Richard?
Can I have the Raven?
Keynote.
Yeah, you can have the Raven.
Yeah, you can have the
Keynote, yeah.
Is it my week or what?
All right.
Wow. Here.
You're welcome.
There you go.
Thank you. Anybody want the mini going once? Mini going twice? Just checking. Mini feature, 8 minutes. Just checking. Okay. Will someone kindly give me a theme?
Minnie Mouse.
Raven.
Raven. Thank you. Raven. All right. So the next week's theme is Raven. It's going to the web.
Oh, I love Raven.
Right now.
I think that's for ancient.
Yeah. Oh, you got to go more in front of it, like So there we go. Stop it out there.
Dan.